Hi, I'm Dr. Paul Gosh from Unalaska Family Chiropractic, and this is the instructions for the Posture Pump 1100SX. A brief overview of the pump itself. You have your air pump, bulb here, and you squeeze this in. You have your release valve here, so to release the air pressure, you push down. You have the air bladder, which goes underneath your neck, and then your forehead strap up here. Now, to perform this traction, you need to be on a firm surface, and also it's very important that the pump does not move while you're in the traction unit. So if you have a carpeted area that's thick enough where the pump is not going to slide around, or a good yoga mat, I like doing it up against something, so I use the block up against the wall and have it abutting up to that. First thing, to get into it, make sure you have plenty of room for the forehead strap. And a good trick is to make sure you have the air bulb down close to your side. You want to lay in the pump up as far as you can get into it. So the air bladder is low down on the neck. Your shoulders will be snug up against the base here, but not laying on top of it. And I also like to have my knees bent, so it is constantly pushing me with a light force up into the pump. Then gently relax your head back into the pump, bring the forehead strap over, and snugly, but not overly tight, tighten up the forehead strap so it cradles your head down tight into the posture pump. Now, you'll take the bulb and give it one full pump. Make sure that the air bladder is centered, right? So I can feel that it's slightly off to the right-hand side of my spine. So you wiggle around a little bit, let the air bladder center up. Also, you want to make sure that it's nice and low down onto your neck. So if you need to position up, you can slide up a little bit more into it. Now, you want to make sure that this is in a comfortable position with a gentle stretch. You should not get sharp, shooting, stabbing, throbbing, burning, lightning, tingling, anything like that. Occasionally, people will get nauseous. If you get nauseous, you want to release the pressure, but stay back into it. The nausea should go away pretty rapidly, within 15 seconds or so. Once it goes away, you can pump it back up to however many pumps you were and continue for the remaining amount of your time. If the nausea does not go away, then come out of the pump and be sure to let your practitioner know. So I'm going to go over frequency and pressure in just a moment, but to get out of the pump first, make sure that you release all the pressure, undo the forehead straps, bring the strap off your forehead, and very, 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 very important, roll to your side. Do not sit up right away. Roll to your side. Let the blood flow come back up to your brain so you don't get dizzy or lightheaded. Stay here for 20 to 30 seconds if necessary. When you're done, sit up properly, pushing up off your elbow, and then always go through a range of motion. You want to turn your head and gently push on your temple, and the opposite side. Gently flex your head, neck sideways, and elongate onto the ear, and the opposite side. Gently forward, pushing on the back of your head, and always end by going backwards and a gentle push on your forehead. Frequency. Frequency with a posture pump, you want to start at 5 minutes, 5 days a week, with a 4 out of 10 pressure scale. Now, that does not mean 4 pumps on the air bulb. That means if 0 is you can lay in that thing all day long, 10 is like, oh my gosh, I got to get out of it right now, it's so uncomfortable, you want to bring it up to a 4, okay? You'll stay that way for the first week. Week number 2, you'll increase your frequency 1 minute a day, still at that 4 out of a 10 until you get to 10 minutes. Now, asterisk, you only proceed forward with the time as long as you're comfortable. So if you're at 6 minutes and at the end of 6 minutes it is pretty uncomfortable and you don't feel like you should be going on, stop and stay at that 6 minute period until your body and your spine adapts. Also, make sure you're always communicating properly with your healthcare provider or myself, Dr. Paul. Once you are up to 10 minutes comfortably, then we will start to increase the pressure. So now on your subjective scale, 0 to 10, instead of going a 4, you want to bring it up to a 7. So a 7 means that it's a fair amount of pressure, and at the end of that 10 minutes, you want to get out of that pump, right? It should be a good deep stretch. Again, no sharp shooting, stabbing, throbbing, burning, numbness, tingling, anything like that, but a good deep stretch into there. Once you are done, make sure you get up properly and go through your range of motion. If you have any questions or concerns, talk to your provider and make sure that you are doing the pump as long as your provider has recommended. And that is the instructions for the Posture Pump Model 1100 SX.